Linus Rabkin was easily the most unprofessional teacher who ever worked under me at Bloomsbury Middle School. I don't know why, but he couldn't leave his personal issues at home. Instead, he relied on the advice of his students as often as he could. Linus gave entirely too much credit to every person he ever met, which would explain why he lived with two insane physicists, Franz and Ribble. Franz and Ribble were well educated. They were also passionate on the notion of social justice. I can recall visiting Linus at his house years after I had dismissed him from Bloomsbury. He was alone, drinking valerian root tea, and told me that the day I fired him, he was visited by a man holding a silver bucket. The man said that Franz and Ribble had tossed him down a well because they saw him making ferret head necklaces in some forest. Linus even told me he thought he caught a glimpse of Franz and Ribble at the bottom of that bucket. I've heard a lot of stories about these two over the years, and I tend to believe them. My friend Douglas once met Franz and Ribble. Douglas ended up in a psych ward the next day. I'm not sure where Franz and Ribble are now. Linus won't say.
Been reading about atoms.
Oh.
They are minute and indivisible. The stuff in which all things are made.
The stuff in which dreams are made?
No, Rib. I'm talking about the solid stuff of life.
Oh, so like all physical things?
Yes, Ribble. All objects. Inanimate and otherwise.
Even people?
People are physical, aren't they?
As far as I know.
Then I'd say yes, Rib.
Is that everything you wanted to tell me?
Now listen, Rib. An electron is a negatively charged particle. They're everywhere.
Sounds kind of scary.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. How about you?
It still stings.
We'll rest for a bit.
So tell me, are there positively charged particles in these atoms?
They call them positrons.
Positrons are positive, electrons are...
Negative.
Do they fight?
If they ever meet, then both are snuffed out. They annihilate each other.
I see. Ow.
Listen, Rib. Atoms can sometimes bump into each other. In the process, an atom can either lose or gain some electrons. If an atom gains just a single electron, it becomes a negative ion. This is caused by the bumpings, Rib.
The bumpings?
The bumpings.
The bumpings.
The bumpings.
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 Bumpings?
Bumpings.
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 Are these bumpings consensual?
Well, in some cases, an atom may share the same pair of electrons with another atom. In these cases, I would say the bumpings are consensual. But in others, who can tell?
Franz isn't here.
I know. I let myself in with this key. I'm just reading Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
How did you get a key for this household?
I just told you. Franz gave it to me.
Why did Franz give it to you?
Because I'm his girl.
How long have you been seeing him? How long have you been seeing him?
I don't know. 2 weeks? Seems longer though.
Ah,
Can you give me a minute? I'm almost done.
they all die at the end.
Yeah, I know.
So why are you reading it?
I just like the language.
Shakespeare was impotent.
What?
He was impotent.
How do you know?
I like language. The highly creative ones always are stricken with impotency.
Why are you telling me this?
I just came from the doctor.
What did he say?
Well, he diagnosed me.
With what?
I guess you could say I have a way with words.
Wait, are you Ribble?
No.
But doesn't Franz have a roommate named Ribble? Well, then who are you?
Milt Runyon.
Are you friends with Franz? So you're just a retard then?
No. I waited for you by the Judas hole. I saw you coming, so I stepped aside. I followed the bailey wall to the side of the house. Then I leaned against the buttress. I examined the ribbed vaulting, and I waited for you to come inside and get a good start on Romeo and Juliet. finish your book. I say it's a book. The ribbed web that binds the pages qualifies it as a book. Book is not the same as novel. I never implied it was a novel.
Tell me exactly what you told the kids. Friday? Just before you dismissed them to go home?
We were on the final day of human relations. I said, look, let's stop pretending. I know you kids got questions. Questions that the test just doesn't cover. So write them down, drop them in the pig, and I'll answer them one by one.
What do you mean, drop them in a pig?
Oh, the pig on my desk. He's like an electric drop box. He oinks when you walk by. Don't hold anything back. You know, if you have questions, insert them into the pig.
So if a kid has a tough question, he drops it into the electric pig.
They don't often take advantage of him, but they did on Friday. But most of the questions were Prozac.
Prozac?
Yeah, you know, ho-hum.
No, prosaic.
Yes. Well, that's not, yeah, prosaic, I mean, that's what I meant. Yeah, not Prozac. Well, the questions were, you know, pretty tame. I mean, I read the last question. It said, is it true that when you get married, the sex will die, you know, after after a couple years pass?
What did you tell them?
Well, I thought I could play it safe and make them think that, you know, everything works out and it's just like this big little house on the prairie kind of thing, and you make love to your wife every night. It's absolutely glorious, but I felt inclined to tell them the truth. The only truth that I know, which is the truth of my own marital experience.
You've been married how many times?
4.
4. What did you say to the kids?
Look, you know it all. I would really rather not go over it again.
What did you say?
I said my wives and I had a healthy love life, and as long as I followed Chaucer's advice, everything would be fine.
Chaucer's advice?
Canterbury Tales, you know, it's the wife of Bath, you know, and she advises that the man, in order for a man to rule a woman, he must use subtle forms of negativity. You know, deny her and you will win her. It's kind of that kind of thing. I mean, that's not the way I would have it. I prefer to be nice, trust me. I mean, you know, that's really how I would like it. But that doesn't, you know, I mean, this is a realistic. You have to be realistic. That doesn't always get results.
What sort of message does that send?
A message. I mean, I wasn't trying to send them a message. I was simply giving them the so-called benefit of my experience. They can do what they want with it, you know.
That's a nice bit of freedom, Linus. What else did you say?
So I tell them how I feel guilty in all of this, and you know, I start buying my wife gilded lilies, and you know, first editions of Jane Austen and roses, and you know, I even wrote her a sonnet, believe it or not. And it worked for a while, but you know, before I knew it, everything turned, you know, topsy-turvy. I mean, we were sleeping on different, you know, in different beds, and we'd have dinner at different times, and I'd come home and we barely even said hello. We barely even talked, you know. I mean, love was out of the question. Never made love. That was a good joke, you know. So one night, I got frustrated, and I bought some bongos. That's what I do when I get frustrated. And I was feeling really, I had this, a mood just came over me. I was feeling very like frosty and sussy. So I wrote this song. And I go to the dinner table with these bongos and I say, you know, hey honey, guess what? I wrote this song. It's a special, delicate, moving song. And she was like, really, Linus? What's the structure? And I say, funny you should ask. It has one note for every night that you don't give me any head or sex. This is how it goes.
What's that noise? Voices. Tell me you hear them.
Tell me more about electrons affecting the chemical and electrical properties of an atom, Franz.
If I do, will you tickle my tortoise shell?
Oh, with fluttering fingers.
Ha! All right then, let's see. If an object is composed of atoms with tons and tons of electrons, then that object will hang on to its heat instead of allowing it to escape.
So electrons keep us warm.
A particularly high electron density in any given piece of matter will act as an insulator to contain heat flow.
Give me some examples of these heat insulators.
Well, examples would be fur, feathers, fiberglass, cellulose fibers, stone, wood, and wool. I see you are wearing a fur coat, Rib.
I'm not wearing a fur coat.
No?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
But if I were, it would keep me warm.
It would keep the heat from escaping.
Steam pipes and water pipes are good conductors of heat, aren't they, Franz?
Yes, but only if they are insulated in thick wrappings of fiberglass pulp.
What?
The pulp wrappings contain the steam. This allows the pipes to contain the heat. The pulp wrappings achieve this through a high electron density.
So this is why we can take hot showers.
Yes, that's why we can take hot showers. Not that we take our hot showers together, of course.
No, we don't.
And I'm not counting that one night in Zanzibar.
We needed some pretty thick we needed some pretty thick condoms then. We needed some pretty thick wrapping. Okay, sorry.
Look,
What is it?
she's standing there.
Ooh, I don't see anyone.
Just wait. She'll be here any minute. She's not moving.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Where are you going?
Can't help us, Rib. She'll get us out of here.
Franz, I don't want to be left here alone. By myself. Alone.
Linus said some things he shouldn't have. To the kids.
He's got to be less forthcoming.
Things are getting worse for him, Marcellin. First the divorce, now this.
Yeah, well, 4 divorces in 3 years.
Busy man.
I don't care. I don't like him.
Why? What happened?
He Jewed me.
What?
Okay, apparently there are these objects in space that orbit the moon. They're called cosmos needles. And when there's a lunar eclipse, these needles smile. Apparently the smiles aid in the growth of these endangered figs.
Endangered figs.
Apparently his roommates work at the Odious lab, and the lab is looking to name these needles.
His roommates.
Yeah, Franz and Ribble.
Who?
Franz and Ribble.
Oh.
So these names will go down in the official records for all time, and the common man can name these needles after himself, if he pays the price.
You wanted a needle named Marcellin.
So I pay the fee to have the Marcellin needle. And the department head was supposed to bring by some Gabbard diagrams or something. That
How long have you been waiting?
2 weeks.
Did you call the laboratory yourself?
Yeah. Look, just talk to him, Eddie.
I'll send Douglas a lot.
Douglas Lott.
Yes, Douglas a lot. He can get his point across better than anyone.
Were they dancing?
No. Who are you?
Milt Runyon.
Do you know Franz and Ribble? Is there something wrong?
You looked inside.
Yes, I did.
Were they dancing?
No.
They're dying.
I looked inside. I saw them. In the woods.
I know.
What happened?
I put them in there. I placed them inside.
How did you do that?
I've been doing it all my life.
Who are you?
Oh, Milt Runyon.
That name means nothing to me.
Franz and Ribble tossed me down a well some time ago. Did you know about that?
No.
I was in the middle of thinking. All that thinking made me thirsty. So I stopped by a well for a drink. Franz and Ribble were hiding somewhere nearby. And as I gazed down the well, they ran up and pushed me from behind. And then, they threw children of the earth onto me. One by one by one.
When did this happen?
I don't know. I was there for a long time.
Jesus Christ.
I've placed them inside.
How did you do that?
I already told you. I've been doing it my whole life.
Where are you from? You seem to be flesh and blood.
Just flesh.
You know, you can't just be sitting in the middle of the road in a residential neighborhood, staring at a bucket in your lap. You listening at all? What's your name? You got a name? Name? Yes?
Douglas Lot! I want them to go to a good school with meadow flowers and hummingbirds and bronze arches and gilded steps where you can hear babbling brooks and the swelling of sweet songs.
Yeah, Douglas? Sweet.
You know that they can hold their own with dictators and geniuses. They can harness the energy from the sun and they can convert it to sugar, but not all the time, but just in moderation. They can do that.
Douglas, My name is Zora. Can you say Zora?
Zora.
I can tell you really care about these guys. Yeah, and you said something about a school?
It's a school with hummingbirds and meadow flowers.
All right, whatever. I mean, I think it's swell that you want to do good by your,
They're occupants.
Occupants, right. And you know what? I know exactly the place.
It's a school with meadow flowers and hummingbirds.
Absolutely, Douglas. Would I lie to you? I used to be a student there. And, but they start tomorrow. And if they aren't enrolled by morning, they will blacklist them.
No!
Here.
No!
I know,
No!
I know,
No! They need to go to school! They need to go to school!
I know. So you just leave it to me. I will take them in my car, and I will take them to the campus with the gilded steps, and they will have the best education money can buy. Stupid voodoo retard. Boy.
Hello.
Hello.
My friend Franz went looking for you.
Franz is gone.
What?
He left you here.
No, he didn't. I mean, yes, he did.
He did.
But he'll be back.
All right.
What?
I said all right.
Did you see him?
Yes.
Where did he go?
Stand for me.
Seriously?
Stand for me.
I can't.
Distemper will set in if you don't put pressure on the wound.
Distemper? Puppies get distemper.
Stand for me.
I cannot stand. The pain is too much.
Don't be a woman. Get on your feet.
It hurts too bad. I can't.
Do you want to wait for Mommy?
No.
Can't do anything without Mommy, can you?
My foot, it hurts so bad. I can't stand.
Stand on your feet. Stand on your feet.
I can't do it.
You're gonna die, you know that?
Please, just put me in my wheelchair and wheel me out of here.
This chair?
Yeah, of course that chair. Wait, no! No!
Get it yourself.
Why did you do that?
Do what?
You just pushed my wheelchair.
No, I didn't. Can we be friends?
No.
No.
Fine. Whatever you want.
Franz isn't coming back.
He's not?
It's just you and me.
Oh, come on! No. All right, I'm sorry!
For what?
I don't know.
Can we be friends?
No.
No.
Yes, we can be friends, whatever you want.
Franz isn't coming back.
Why not?
It's just you and me.
Franz!
Don't raise your voice.
Don't do that.
Or what?
Look, I'm not threatening you. Just tell me what you want.
I'm not here to tell you anything. Hello.
Thank God. Listen, ma'am. My friend and I, we're in a terrible way. He's lost a lot of blood. So have I. Can you help us get down the mountain?
You want out of here?
As soon as possible.
Okay.
Hey, whoa! What are you doing?
I'm poking you with a stick.
We've gone to bed. We wake up in the morning and we're here. On this mountain. Bleeding all over the goddamn dirt.
How do you mean?
We spoke about the past. We were at it for hours. We talked about some really ugly things. My stomach got tight.
That'll do it. You hold that tightness long enough and someone like me always shows up.
Who are you?
I don't know.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah?
You're related to that psychopath we messed with 20 years ago.
Try and leave and I'll cut you with the spine.
Who are you?
I'm here. That's all.
That doesn't really tell me a lot.
Not here to enlighten you.
We saw him making necklaces out of ferret heads. You think that's funny?
I still want that necklace.
He ripped off their heads with his fingers. He did this to an entire litter while the mother was watching.
I want that necklace.
Are you drunk?
What?
I said, are you drunk?
Just tell me more about this man.
He was standing by a well. He didn't know we were spying on him. We were wandering through the woods when we came across him and his little project.
You pushed him from behind down that well.
Yes. I make no apologies. If he's still alive, then shame on him.
You won't live past night.
Nice to meet you.
You stop smiling at me. You can't stop smiling. What are you going to do in 20 years from now when you're fat, you're old, you're haggard, huh? And when I'm noble and I'm worthy. Anyway, the next time I see you, you better be smiling. It's okay. It's my wife.
Oh, sweet. Really?
Yeah. What are you doing around here anyway? I was dust to you for over a year.
I have some questions for you, Richard 3. First off, do you still work at the laboratory?
Yeah?
And what do they have you doing now?
I still dispose of junk. What do you think? They're going to give me an apprenticeship? I don't even have a GED, for Christ's sake.
Do they offer awards?
What, for like a scholarship to science school or something?
No. I'm talking about things we never thought existed.
What things? Oh, what? Like obedient children, faithful spouses, good marriages, like that? I don't know, man.
I'm serious, Richard 3. If you just take a look in here, you will see something truly astounding.
Get out of here. You wear me out.
What do you mean wear you out.
Oh, shit.
What?
Cosmo's needle.
Huh?
Oh, it's just some space junk, some crap they have lying around. Here, take a look.
You dick!
Come on. It's just debris from the sky. It's harmless.
Oh, excuse me. Why did you hit me?
I don't know.
You know, I have a sensitive brainstem. You can't just hit me like that.
No?
No!
Okay.
You keep this up, you're gonna kill me.
I sincerely doubt that.
You doubt it? What the hell do you want from me?
Just live, and I'll distort the rest.
You want to distort my life? All because I'm friends with them?
Yes.
With Franz and Ribble?
Franz and Ribble.
It's Franz.
I say it's Franz. They pushed me down a well.
I had nothing to do with that.
You're their only friend. There's nobody but you. You don't understand how I could hate you? Because you're a nice man?
I'm a good man.
A nice man.
Yeah, I made some blood donations.
Blood donations.
Each one saves 3 lives.
You offer your arm to a needle.
Doesn't that count for anything?
The fireman who took your wife, he offers his life. You offer a small diameter of skin.
It was beneath the dignity of that fireman to go after him.
It was me.
What?
It was me.
I saw this fireman. He's twice your size. Possible.
He was my marionette.
He what?
He was my marionette. My dummy.
Your dummy?
Every time he pulled her hair, I was at the helm. Did you ever pull Lillian's hair, Linus? If you did, she might not have gotten so bored with you. I made that fireman pull her hair so hard she turned purple. She tried to scream, but nothing came out. Have you ever seen a woman try to scream, but nothing comes out of her mouth? He was good. He tore so hard that he ripped some of her strands out. I even made him save those strands. He took them home and put them in a vase. He set that vase next to the ashes of his dead cat. But that particular decision wasn't mine. Little Jody Buttons.
You son of a bitch! You're a dead man! Die! 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 Die!
Stop it! I had to do what I had to do. Don't tell me I'm wrong. I wasn't wrong. He was wrong. He was wrong. What he did. He shouldn't have done it. So we had to do what he did. No. We're not supposed to be here. I don't want. He was wrong. No. You're not supposed to be here. We're gonna get out of here, and you're not supposed to. You shouldn't have done it.
Before I knew anything else, I was inside of that house, right in front of that mirror. I was pulling out her teeth, one by one, with pliers. And the whole time she's screaming. When the police get there, I crawl back to the buttress and I just wait and listen. With all that bleeding, she can still talk. She tells them, I pulled them out myself.
Fred!
It's all right.
Are we back?
Linus? 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 Linus?
Friends always said, sometimes being wrong is being right.
Cosmos needle. Cosmos needle.
They orbit the moon.
Every time we have a lunar eclipse, the needles, they smile.
These smiles accelerate the growth of endangered figs.
Endangered figs.
These smiles accelerate the growth of endangered figs.
I don't believe it.
So what do you believe?
I believe I'm about to lose my job.
Endangered figs.
So where are we going?
We are going to discuss the Tao.
The Tao?
Yes. Have you ever heard of Shang Tzu?
Who's that?
Shang Tzu?
The founder of Taoism.
Where's Shang Tzu from?
Ancient China.
How ancient?
Try 3,000 years BC ancient.
Wait, they had Chinese people back then?
That they did, Rip. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for China, we'd all be stupid. Anyway, the Tao means the way or the path. It is a philosophy that sees all of life as one organic, interconnected whole.
One pie, many pieces?
Yes. And life, or the pie as you call it, originates from a mysterious source. This source is what Mr. Zhu called the Tao, the root of all things. It is bound by natural laws that cannot be warped.
So how do I, little man that I am, spot the laws of the natural so that I can become one with them?
Do not depend on material riches or society's dogma to sustain you.
My karma ran over your... Let's see.
To be truly in harmony with the Tao is to be truly self-sufficient. To be truly self-sufficient is to know spontaneity. You must reject rigidity.
Are there Taoist priests?
No.
You might be the first.
Listen, Linus. See yourself as you truly are, without value, without judgment, without fear. Try this. Breathe in through your nostrils and out through your mouth.
Okay.
Do it again. Do it again.
Yes, Dad.
How does that feel?
Like Like I'm breathing in through my nostrils and out through my mouth.
That's it then.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it.
How's your stomach, friends?
The tightness is gone.